guys, welcome back to my channel. If you would like to see how I achieve these beautiful fluffy curls, just keep on watching. Okay, so I already went ahead and customized my closure. I do have a plucking and bleaching tutorial that I will link in the description box. So what you're going to do now to make your unit super flat at the top, you're just going to section off a piece of hair from the closure and just bring it back to cover your tracks and to make the back of your unit flat. We're going to take our Care wax stick and apply a little bit. A little goes a long way. You do not want to add too much wax stick so that it's not too greasy. And then you're just going to take your hot comb and just apply pressure. Apply the hot comb as much as you can to where you just get it as flat as possible. Okay, so now that we've completed the back and got it as flat as possible, you're going to just repeat those same steps to each side of the closure. You're going to section off a small section of hair, use your wax stick and apply your hot comb, and you're just going to repeat that step over and over again on both sides of the closure until you can get the closure as flat as you can.
Please leave a message. First of all, get these bitches. I ain't even care about your wishes. You know I'm a different girl. I come from a different world. It ain't even worth us splitting. But if you knew what I was hitting, oh, you never would've came at me like that. Never would've tried to play me like that. Like, you don't have to spend no time. Like, you don't have to give your all. Like, you don't have to do it right. Like, you don't have to, like, you don't have to talk to me. Like, you don't have to try to teach me. Like, you ain't have to learn me. All I wanted was for you to stay. It's the bare minimum for me. I don't wanna throw it all away. It's a good thing, it's a good thing. All I wanted was for you to stay. It's the bare minimum for me. I don't wanna throw it all away, but you don't have to reciprocate. You can take that back. I've had enough of all that. You trying to cover up what you lack. That's just why. If I never start, I can see. If you let your guard down, I won't tell no one. You just be yourself, but I'ma teach you that love is built, it can't be bought. I know that you just used to these bitches. They ain't about shit, they just waiting. I know you met me in the club, but I'm different. I'm really fucking with your heart and my drip. All I wanna do for you to stay. It's the bare minimum for me. I don't wanna throw it all away. It's a good thing. Boy, I've been watching you. Boy, I've been watching you.
Okay, so now that I'm done with both sides of the closure, I like to go back in with my hot comb and just continue to press. And another thing that I like to do is use my Sebastian spray. I love this spray. I use it for everything. Like, you'll see it on my channel a lot. So I'll just take my Sebastian spray and just spray the entire closure. And I go back in with my hot comb and just continue to press the roots. I'll continue to press the entire closure. And that is just key, just to get your closure as flat as possible. Like, once you put that wig on, your unit is just going to be super duper flat.
I've been watching you. I've been watching you.
Okay, so now that we got everything very flat, I'm going to be teaching you how to layer. So before I even really layer, I like to just clean the ends up. I feel like when your ends are blunt and they're clean, it makes your curls look fuller, it makes it look neater. So yeah, what you're going to see me do here is just pull everything together and take my scissors and just cut in a straight line. Okay, so now what you're going to do is just section off the entire closure and then a little piece from the back. If you were doing this on a client, you would section off from their ear and cut in a downwards motion, but since we're on the canvas head, it can get a little tricky. So I'm just going to show you, yeah, right here is where how much hair I sectioned off, and you're just going to start from the bottom of the canvas and just cut in a downwards motion. If you were doing this on a client, you would start from their chin and cut in a downwards motion. It'll all make sense what I'm trying to explain if you just keep watching. So yeah, you're just going to see me just cut in a downwards motion. You're just going to do this step on both sides of the closure, and this is what we call a face frame. So when you're doing this, you're basically just framing the front layers to your client's face. Okay, so now that we have completed the face framing part, what I like to do to check my work is just take two small pieces of the closure and align it next to each other, and I just want to make sure that it's straight. If it's not, I just cut it evenly, and then after that we're just going to go into the next part of layering, which is basically what you're doing is just adding more body into the layers. So the more you layer, the more body you have. So you're just going to take a small section from the top of the closure and you're just going to comb it out. And whatever hair is falling out, that is what you're going to use as your travel guide. So you're just going to let all the hair fall out and you're going to cut from where the hair is falling out in a downwards motion. It's probably not making sense how I'm explaining it, but if you just keep on watching, you'll better understand. So you're just going to comb, let all the hairs fall out, and cut in a downwards motion from where the hair is falling out. I've been watching you. I've been watching you. Okay, so I'm just going to grab another section, and it's just a bigger section of what I had before. And again, you're just going to let your travel guides fall out and then cut in a downwards motion from where your hair is falling out. And again, what you do on one side, you're going to do to the other side. So you're just going to repeat these same steps on the other side. Also, another thing that I like to do after I layer, I like to just kind of play with the layers and see how it's going to fall, as you can see here. And this is just going to show you what your layers are going to look like, but they're going to look even better once your hair is curled. The dash is dingy, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tussie. Both for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, this shit going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy had made me. And she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Your money rap is the army, the navy. It ran me 10,000, I threw it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trusted my niggas, they knew what betray me. Met all these niggas, they sweeter than Slady. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Okay, so now that we're all done layering, you do have the option to stop here, but as I said before, the more layers you add, the more body you have. So what I did on each side, I just took another section and just again let all the hair fall out, the hair that you already cut fall out, and just cut in a downwards motion. And I'm just gonna do this on both sides, and this is the last bit of layers that I'm going to do, and then we can just move on into the curling session. Also, there are people that layer the back of their wigs. I do sometimes, but it's not really necessary. That is another thing. It is optional. But if you like to learn how to layer the back of your unit, I could do like a quick tutorial on that as well.
Nobody saved me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody saved me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody saved me. Met all these niggas, they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me.
Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I use this serum a lot. I will link this in the description box as well. So I'm just going to take a dime size and just apply it to the hair. It's super light. It does not weigh the hair down. And we're just going to begin styling. Okay, so when I curl, I like to section off the unit in 3 sections. So you're going to section the 2 front areas, and then you're going to section the back off. So when I curl, I like to start from the back and then make my way up to the front. Okay, so now we're just going to section to begin curling. And when I section, it's always all over the place, and I do this purposely. I'll explain later on in the video. So you're just going to section off to begin curling. And when you curl, you want to make sure that you're curling away from the face. So I will show you what not to do later on in the video. But what I'm just doing is just taking my T3 curling iron, and I'm just curling it away from the face. So you're just going to twirl, grab the hair, twirl, grab the hair, and you want to make sure that you're staying at the root so that your curls are super tight and bouncy. Okay, so I hold the curl in for about like 10 to 15 seconds. I don't hold it for that long because the curling iron is very, very hot. So once you're done curling, you're just going to hold it for a little bit, squeeze it, and then let it go. And then you're just going to move on to your next section. So as you can see, these pieces are not the same size, or at least to me they're not. I don't use the same size all around the wig because I want to go for like this effortless look. So my curling sizes be all over the place. My sections are all over the place for that reason. I also want to note that all hair does not curl the same. Some hair will hold curls better than the other, so I just wanted to let you guys know that just in case. Tryna be what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same place I can make them get them finish. When you be in charge, you just look like a guru. Real dope boy, 100,000 in the people. President's attention, I really wanna see you. I been getting money, I ain't worried about what you do. I'm getting money like I'm running hands. Man, Dre about to drop, man, this shit gon' go crazy. They know I'm the truth, I'm straight from the basement. I'm straight as a street, man, I'm top from the pavement. A million all hundreds, these niggas gon' go crazy. Man, bitch on the bed. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them I close, no stops, please. Soon as I nut, you can go. Then you got M's in the bank like this, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. Nigga living like this, they supposed to have. Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them I close, no stops, please. Soon as I nut, you can go. Then you got M's in the bank like this, indeed. Me and my dog going off the way. Nigga living like this, they supposed to have. I like the way you see your face, you be vibing and I need it. No wrong, but I can't get away out to it. It's a shame and I can't blame myself for letting you go with it. All that I know is it was. So I wanted to slow the video down a little bit just to really show you guys what I'm really doing. again, I'm curling away from the face. You're just twirling away and grabbing the hair. Just twirling away and grabbing the hair. And you're just repeating that over and over. Another thing I want to add, you want to make sure that when you're grabbing the hair that you're grabbing it from underneath so that you're not getting anything tangled up. So you just want to keep grabbing from under and twirling. Okay, so now that we're done with the back, we're going to start moving our way up to the front. And here I'm just going to be showing you what you do not want to be doing. Okay, so we're going to section off the hair, of course, and we're not going to do it too uniform because we're looking for effortless curls. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to curl towards the face. You always want to remember to curl away from the face because that's just how you're just going to get that look where the curls are just falling on your face, if that's making sense. Towards the end, you'll better understand, but what you don't want to do is this. You do not want to curl towards the face. Ooh, la, la, la. Ooh, la, la, la. It's the way that we rock when we doing our thing. Ooh, la, la, la. It's the natural law that the refugees bring. Ooh, la, 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 la. So we
This one I gotta do with the jabba. Me, I no get time for the jabba. Dada cover my face, calling me jabba. Biggie man, wait, don't you get out.
Okay, so we're completely done curling, and what I like to do next is take my Isoplus oil sheen spray and my Sebastian spray and just lightly spray it around the unit. And then after that, you're going to take a wide tooth comb and comb the curls out. And make sure you're using a wide tooth comb and nothing else. And you're just going to comb everything going back. And then you're just going to keep playing with the curls until you like how they're sitting. And further on, I'm just going to show you how to position your curls. So when it comes to positioning my curls, I like to put it on a mannequin head and just use a rat tail comb just to kind of play with the front of the unit and just sit the curls where I want them to sit, position it how I want it to be positioned. And yeah, you're just going to keep playing with the curls until you like how they look.
Make you no say anything when you do, them must comment it. I can't come and see myself. So anything when you do, I try to teach one way. I can't come and see myself. Plenty so far we be face. Just to make sure money day. But my people they go say I know one time, I know one time, I know one time. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me.
Okay, so the last thing I like to do is use my olive oil spritz spray, and I just spray it on the top of the unit and use my hands just to smooth it out some more. And yeah, this is the end of the video. I really hope that you learned something, and of course let me know what else you'd like to learn. And I hope this helped you. I hope that you learned something from this video. And thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you in the next one.
What's it Oluwa Bona.